second here. Hello and welcome in. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Taurus. Sun, moon, or rising. So the first layer of cards that I'm going to lay out will be in fast forward. So there's nothing wrong with your device. It will be in fast forward for a reason, just to get the cards out there, and then I'll clarify as we're going through. The only thing that I like to just say before we start out is messages tend to change as we go, so just give it a moment, and it kind of, the more cards that come out, the more it all comes together. So I try to title these with intention, so if you're called here, then there is a message here for you, and regardless of the date. So these are the December readings for 2021. However, if you were drawn here later on or whatever, then I feel like that's a message for you in the time that you're whenever you're going through that. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, Taurus, I'm going to go ahead and decode what's going on here, and then we can pull some clarification cards. The very first card out is the heart of your reading. Kind of, sorry if you hear the dogs, they're playing and fighting and all of that. The Six of Visions, or the Six of Cups, is a beautiful card. This is an open heart chakra, balanced heart. There is always, it can be like childhood nostalgia, things like that. There's always a child depicted on the Six of Cups. So a good way to kind of like an analogy for this open heart chakra is, when there's a child, if you tell a child I love you, they say I know, or okay, they don't question it like an adult would. So this is having this healed heart, like a balanced heart chakra. So that being kind of the heart of the reading is beautiful. In the past, we have the Death card. So this can represent old ways of thinking, maybe whatever it was that we were kind of holding on to, we have let go. So now we have more of a balanced heart, which is beautiful. We have the Seven of Wands, which can be almost like a step back to evaluate the situation, if this is something that we want to fight for. So depending on what your situation is, if it's something that you want to fight for. I don't feel that it's negatively aspected because we have this open heart chakra, because sometimes this can be like a defensive energy as well. But I feel like this is more so of, am I all in? Is this worth fighting for, kind of thing. The Two of Pentacles here, where we are juggling a couple different things, and maybe that's what we're trying to decide, which thing we want to fight for, because eventually you have to put one down. You can't just juggle everything forever. And then we have the Tower moment. So when these two cards came out together, this is the King of Pentacles, which would represent you, Taurus, with the Tower card. Underneath the deck was the Fool, representing a whole new beginning. So I feel like maybe there's a possibility for, if you do fight for this will give you a whole new beginning, or maybe you're going to release it and let it go. Possibly you already have released it here with the Death card, and that has brought you peace. I mean, this can be on so many different levels of releasing something and then having this inner child healing. You know, you could release a narcissist from your life, and have that. Like, there's so many examples of taking the tower down, so to speak, and having this whole new way of looking at things, a healthier perspective, less toxicity in your life, different things of that nature. I do want to go further. I'm not saying the narcissist thing, that was just an example. You have to kind of look at what you're going through and how this resonates for you in your life. This can be negative self-talk that we're releasing. The Death card can be many things. It's something that is no longer serving us that we are releasing for our betterment, I guess you would say. And then we have the Five of Pentacles. So this is a card of struggle, lack, and loss. It can feel like you're out in the cold, or an abandonment feeling as well. Then we have the Two of Spells, or the Two of Wands. So that's directly under the Two of Pentacles. And the twos are generally about a choice where you're deciding between two things, or, you know, you're at a crossroads, so to speak. The Two of Wands is generally once you have kind of decided and you're choosing which path. We do have the Hierophant, or the Hierophant. This is the teacher, the wise one. It can represent the way we've always done things, that sort of thing. Something long lasting. And then the Nine of Pentacles. This is a beautiful card because it's where you want to be in order to get to your Ten of Pentacles. She is abundant. She has everything she needs all by herself. She's not relying on anybody else for finances or for emotions. She's happy and content all by her lonesome. It's kind of interesting that it falls just below the Five of Pentacles, because this can feel very alone, and these are like the polar opposites. This is lack and out in the cold feeling. Even though there are two people there, it's like a lonely feeling of they don't have enough and they're out in the cold. And this person, even though she is alone, she doesn't feel that way. She has everything that she needs. She's content. You can see on her face she's very happy and content. So I feel like this tower moment that is going on is bringing you out of this and bringing you to this. Now, whether this is because you are sticking with traditions and doing something of that nature, or you are challenging the status quo and changing things. A tower moment is an abrupt change, sudden chaos. They don't feel that great. They're kind of uncomfortable in the moment of it. However, when it's like a necessary change and it brings in what is meant for you, so then your life does get better afterwards. So, and just like the Death card, you know, that's kind of removing what's no longer serving you, so what is meant for you can come in. This feels like a very healthy and positive reading, even though we have the Death card and the Tower, because of the way the cards are placed. We have, you know, this open heart chakra We're in control, deciding what we're going to fight for, what we're going to put down, and what we're going to hang on to. We are in our king, meaning we're at our fullest maturity. We're not acting immature. And I feel like whatever we're doing is for the long haul, for something that's long lasting here with the Hierophant. And it's, I mean, to have this, and these are my two favorite cards, and neither of them are major arcanas. I actually really like the Tower as well, because that's a big changing moment that leads to great, like, just it's like it's it's just a necessary change, and it's wonderful. And then we have the Star card underneath everything, underneath the deck, bringing in that hope and that faith. I want to go ahead and clarify for you, but this is, maybe for some of you it could be you're changing homes, you're moving, like a big abrupt change. You're changing jobs because, maybe you could feel like you're having some lack of income, things like that. But that if you're choosing this other path, that in the end it will bring you financial stability, financial security. It's going to be long lasting. So there might be a bit of a hard struggle for the short term, but in the long term it's going to be great. Let's go ahead. I apologize for the fan sound in the background. I can't really get around that at this moment. Hopefully it's not too distracting. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify that Seven of Wands. The Five of Pentacles. So this card that we have here, we have this card coming out again. The Five of Pentacles. She is actually alone. Out in the cold. So this could be something that you're trying to decide, is this something I want to go through? Like, I know I'm going to struggle, or I have to do this alone, but it's something that you get the choice, or you're having the time or the pause or the moment to decide if it's something that you want to tackle. Under the deck, we do have the Devil energy. So the way this card or this deck depicts it is kind of like the animal instinct, nature like here's a guy setting a bear trap. So with that being the case, with that under the deck, that might have been what you were shedding, was some old habits, things like that. Realizing I need to quit this so that I can get myself out. Like if you say you have a gambling habit or a drug habit or scratcher ticket things, the lotto ticket things, something of that nature. This Devil energy would be represent the habit, and this would represent the loss of money because of that habit. And with the Seven, it's like you're finally saying, you know what, this is making my life harder in the long run. I'm not actually winning on these scratcher tickets. I feel broke all the time. Let me stop doing that. And, that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and clarify the Two of Pentacles there, it's like this choice almost, or not really a choice, but like kind of juggling two things, and maybe I need to put one down. Okay. The Sun and the Chariot. Wow. So the Chariot is when we're balancing our head and our heart, our yin and our yang, our male, masculine and feminine. You know, we're our head and heart. We're balancing both sides or aspects of ourselves to where we've gone through a lot. You know, obviously, if it's a Chariot, it's been through a battle. And so, but it means victory after like a hard challenge. And then we have the Sun card as well. So, the Chariot can represent movement, and it can also represent like the time is now. This is willpower. We've got the reins, you know, that sort of thing. So I feel like this could be saying, you know, if you're juggling a lot and you feel like you just don't have any spare time, you're having to do this over here and this over here. Maybe you have two jobs. Like this is saying, you know, the time is now. Like you have the willpower, you can go ahead and get this done. And the sun is there shining and saying, it will be okay. You know, we have the sun here and the star over here. And then with a bunch of willpower. What's under the deck? The Nine of Pentacles again. So in this one, it's depicted as a male. This is just a worker. When I first saw this card, I thought, well, that's not the Nine of Pentacles because it looks like a family. But he's just someone. So with the Nine of Pentacles, that's where you want to be before you're 10. So before you actually build a family, you want to be content and happy and successful and basically not relying on anybody to bring you happiness, not relying on anybody to financially support you. You want to be okay on your own, and that is the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like this guy's looking forward to his future going, yeah, that's what I want, you know, but I'm cool how I am. So something about this reading has to do with that, of bringing you in financial stability or security. So this could be picking between a job where you feel like, you know, I might have some lack in there, like I was saying before, where you know, it takes a while to get established, so you could feel, you know, feel a little bit of struggle beforehand, before things get going. I want to clarify the Five of Pentacles over here. The Two of Wands, what we have here, is coming up for over here. So it really is kind of like repeating itself in a sense of you could be at a crossroad. You know, it might actually be a crossroad that looks like this, like you have a choice to either kind of do it on your own and struggle, or be out in the cold, or you know, or you can like go home again, that sort of thing. Let me see what's under the deck for over here. The King of Cups. So that's good. So with this choice where you're choosing the path that you're taking, you're not going to let your emotions rule you. So in tarot, the kings are the ones that it's basically our masculine side that is doing everything in the concrete world, and the queens are how we perceive the world around us. So that would be our intuition, our emotions, things like that, where we're not really moving anything in the concrete world in the feminine of the Queen. So this is you, the action that you're taking, because the wands are action. So the action that you're taking when you're choosing that path, you're not going to let your emotions rule you, because the King of Cups is the master of his emotions. He doesn't talk about his emotions much, but he sure doesn't let them rule him. So you're going to make a logical choice, I feel, or whatever the smart choice is. You're not going to be emotional about it and let maybe your ego or your pride get in the way. So you will be choosing the best choice, or the best path for yourself. Let's go ahead and clarify this Two of Wands. I don't know if I should have taken that. Let me see what it is. So it's the Lady and the Lord, which is the Lover's card in this deck. So that represents being at a crossroads as well, having a choice. The Lovers is always about a choice. I want to go ahead and keep going though until one comes out. I just wanted to see what that was. The Five of Wands. So this can be a competitive energy, a bit immature. It can represent conflict. I feel like what it's representing in this reading, because we're clarifying the crossroads. So we're at a crossroads, and that could be causing a conflict. Let's see what's under the deck. You gotta be kidding me. So it's the Lover's card. So that card must have been trying to come out. So let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and take that for here as well. Then let's go ahead and clarify these last two. Under that is the Hanged Man. Getting a new perspective on something. So the Lover's card can be when there's like an ultimatum that's been made as well. Maybe there was an argument or whatever this conflict is, some immaturity or a fight, and there's been an ultimatum made to where it could change. You know, it's basically like, are you going to stick around or are you going to leave, so to speak? And you or that person could be getting a different perspective on things. I like to do the readings for the person I'm reading for, so this would be you. I'm not trying to really dive deep into relationship things and all of that. I'm trying to dive a little deeper here with the readings, instead of just going, oh, there's a soulmate, and you know, if I see it and if it's blatantly obvious, then I will point it out. You know, so far we do have the Lover's card, but that's about it. So I don't feel like I need to go there quite yet. Let's clarify the Hierophant. Two of Pentacles again. So it's very repetitive. Here's the Two of Pentacles here, and here it is here. It's like you're trying to choose something. What do we have under the deck? The Queen of Cups now. So she's the one who would be representing your feminine side, and the Queen of Cups would be she's the most intuitive queen. She's very calming and nurturing. She's the one you would go to if you have a problem, you need someone to listen to, that sort of thing. So she is how you're coming in, of how you're perceiving this juggling, is you're using your intuition. I think you're using your gut feeling. You're using not only the path that you're taking, you're not going to let your emotions rule you, but you're also going to use your gut feeling. So you have both the king and the queen going to this decision, and it's almost like it could be a path, or it could be Let me go ahead with the Nine of Pentacles. There's the Nine of Pentacles again. And, or did that just, no, I didn't have it up here because I didn't clarify that. And the Eight of Cups. Wow. And then what do we have under the deck? And then there's the intuition card, the High Priestess. Okay, so when we get the High Priestess, that's almost like the you-know card. Like you already know deep in your gut what you need to do. And that could be to walk away. So the Eight of Cups is when there is no more emotional fulfillment going on. This, whatever it is, has ran its course. We're not emotionally fulfilled and we need to walk away from the situation. And go find our Nine, which would be where we would feel happy and content. So possibly I'm wanting to say I can do bad on my own. I can do bad all by myself. That sort of thing where for some of you, you could be in a partnership because we have the partnership along with immaturity and conflict with the Five of Wands. And that's the ultimatum card as well. And it's clarifying the path. So I feel like you're juggling two different, like you're realizing that you could be happier on your own, even if it makes it to where you have to, like, I'm kind of rereading this differently because it came out with the Sun card and the Willpower card. I feel like this is saying in this reading that even if you have to do it all, that you would be happier and it would be easier than dealing with what you're dealing with now. I mean, have you ever been in a situation like that? I know I have, where it's almost like, you know, that saying of I can do bad by myself, I can do bad all on my own. Like, I'd rather do it all. And this, yeah, it's like you have the willpower and the sun will still be out. You'll be happy even if it's hard. You'll be happier doing it by yourself. And then we're representing here, like, are you going to fight to stay? Are you going to fight to stay in something where you feel like you're doing it all on your own, or you're feeling abandoned, or you're feeling out in the cold? And then here we have, you're at a crossroads. So you're either deciding the Five of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. So are you deciding to go to where you have lack and you feel like you're there? It's just struggle and then conflict. And then we have Two of Pentacles, still choosing, but we want something, we want to be wise. Maybe we are getting advice from people and we haven't really been listening until now. But this is repeating itself over and over, that there is a choice and that it's almost like your choice should be to be on your own. That you need to walk away from the situation has played itself out and there is no more happy cups here. You know, we want to, these cups could be filled with sadness. We have the Star card. That's the, you know, the water bearer card, where we can pour out our cups of sadness. We can pour those back out, and that's where we would have this fresh opened heart chakra and going, you know what? I'm whistling along. I got a lot of hard work to do, but the sun is out and it is a beautiful day, and I got this. I got this all by myself. I have the willpower here with the Chariot, and I'm building my legacy. I'm in the maturity. This whole thing's coming down and I'm rebuilding it. And if I have to do it all by myself, I will. So some of you could be at an ultimatum with a partner. This could be with, like a parent where they're, like I was mentioning the narcissist scenario before. Any way you look at it, we do have the Star over here underneath the deck and the High Priestess over here under the deck. So in your gut, you know what you need to do, what that is best for your emotional well-being and your heart, for your inner child. I feel like you're coming at it with, the King of Pentacles is the self-made king. He is the one who will work hard to have that stability and that security. And you're coming in it, you're showing up as the king right next to the tower moment. And I feel like you're the one that's going to bring the tower down on purpose to rebuild it with happiness, to rebuild it with success, to rebuild it with balance, because there's been a lot of fives going on with they bring instability and they bring struggle. Wow, that was a beautiful reading. Thank you so very much, Taurus. If you're still here, like I said, they take a while to kind of show up of what's going on. It takes a minute. The readings can change as we go, is what I say in the opening. And, it kind of wasn't until we're getting to Nine of Pentacles here. It wasn't until I clarified everything all the way at the bottom when I'm seeing it, okay, that's why the sun is out with this. And basically saying, you know what, you can do this even if you are going to, because here we have this. This could be saying, if you want something that it has a lot of deep roots, something that is long lasting, it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be, a juggling act, but you can do it. This is definitely saying you can do it on your own, and that there is a bit of a choice where you're needing to choose a certain path, so to speak. So however that resonates in your life, it will be different for all of you, but trust your intuition and have that hope and faith. You don't want to feel like you have cups of sadness. You definitely want to heal as you go and release, like with the death card here. I feel like you're in a very good mindset. At the very center of the reading we have you represented as the king, and just above that, the heart of the reading, we have the Six of Cups. So I think you got this very, very big moves going on for you in December. So congratulations. Let me know in the comments. I think I'm leaving comments on again as far as that goes. So thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.